My beloved child, I've been waiting to talk with you. I see your heart right now, every hope, every question, every hidden worry. Even if you feel overlooked by the world, I assure you that you are not invisible to me. I want you to understand something profound before anything else. I love you more deeply than words can ever capture. My love is not distant or conditional. It is a constant, unwavering, and tender love that follows you through every season of your life. I have never left your side. Whether you sense my presence or not, I have been there, watching over you, comforting you, and guiding you, even in the moments when you felt most alone. Today, I want to speak directly to that tender place in your heart where fear sometimes lives. I want to remind you that I have given you strength, and you do not need to be afraid. In your journey, you have encountered challenges, some so unexpected they felt like sudden storms. But even in those storms, I have walked beside you. I have held you when you stumbled, and I have listened to your silent cries in the dark. Please remember this. You are never out of my sight or my heart. When life's burdens feel too heavy, know that my shoulders are broad enough to carry them. When you feel uncertain, know that my wisdom surpasses every confusion. When you feel weak, remember that I am your everlasting source of strength. I want you to pause for a moment and breathe in the reality of my closeness. You might wonder how I can be so near when the world around you feels so loud or chaotic. My dear one, my presence is not limited by the noise of circumstances. I dwell in the gentle whisper that speaks courage to your soul. I am in the stillness when you quiet your mind for just a moment. I am in the sunrise that greets you at dawn and the tender hush of twilight that invites you to rest. I cherish you, and I designed you with infinite care. You are my precious creation, molded by my hands, and I take great joy in who you are, flaws, scars, mistakes, and all. Nothing about you is an accident. Your personality, your gifts, your dreams, and your unique struggles all weave together into a tapestry that has purpose in my greater plan. Embrace that truth. I value you beyond measure. I see the fatigue in your eyes when you lie awake, replaying your worries about finances, relationships, and the future. In those quiet hours when the world is asleep, I stay awake with you. I watch as your thoughts race with unspoken concerns. Will I have enough money to pay the bills? Will I find love that truly lasts? What if I fail my family or my friends? Dear child, bring these questions to me. I know the struggles of your heart, and I am not shocked by them. I invite you to speak them out, to lay them at my feet. Your vulnerability is safe with me. I do not judge you for feeling weak or anxious. I hold you even closer in those moments because that is when you most need to feel my touch. I promise you, there is no burden too heavy for me to lift, no sorrow too deep for my compassion, and no fear too strong for my peace. Yes, you might not see immediate answers to all your questions. You might wonder if I have forgotten you or if I am silent. But silence on your timetable is not inactivity on mine. I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet perceive. Like a gardener nurturing seeds beneath the soil, my hand is at work in the invisible realm. Over time, you will see the fruits of my plans blossom in your life, and you will realize that I never stopped working for your good. Some days you might feel discouraged because you cannot feel my presence in a tangible way. You might think, "Where are you, God? Why can't I see you moving?" My child, please do not mistake your limited perception for my absence. I am closer than your next breath. Often the moments when you feel emptiest are precisely when I am pouring into you the deepest blessings of growth and transformation. In the valley of struggle, your faith learns to stand. In the place of uncertainty, your heart develops trust. In the desert seasons, your soul discovers that the thirst for my presence leads you to the living water that truly satisfies. Do not be afraid. I have given you strength. I have placed within you gifts to overcome every obstacle. When you feel you cannot go on, lean on me. When doubts flood your mind, know that I offer clarity. When fear tries to dictate your decisions, remember my words. Do not fear, I am with you. Let this be your anchor when the waves crash and your spirit trembles. I understand that you sometimes feel lonely, even in a crowded room. You might be smiling on the outside, but carrying pain on the inside. I see that, and I care about it. I am intimately aware of your tears and the reasons behind them. In every heartbreak, I am the comfort you long for. In every disappointment, I stand as a renewed hope. You are not invisible to me. You are my cherished creation, and it breaks my heart when you feel lost or forsaken. But let me assure you of this. Your struggles will not last forever. This season of trial you are going through is shaping a strength inside you that will shine like gold refined by fire. You will come out on the other side braver, wiser, and more compassionate. You will be able to help others who walk a similar path because you will understand exactly how they feel. Your experiences, both joyful and painful, are never wasted. I weave them all into a story of redemption and love. That is my specialty, bringing beauty from ashes, turning mourning into dancing and sorrow into songs of praise. I am calling you to open your heart and share every burden with me. Even just for 2 minutes in your day, pause and speak to me as though you are talking to a friend. You do not need special words, long prayers, or a perfect attitude. The simplicity of an honest heart touches me more deeply than any fancy speech. Tell me about your day. Tell me what made you smile or what made you anxious. Thank me for the small victories, like a kind word from a friend or a gentle breeze that brought a moment of peace. Tell me what made you upset or what broke your heart. Bring it all to me, because I am always listening. When you open up, you release your burdens into my hands, and my hands are mighty to save, to heal, and to restore. Perhaps you've built walls, thinking that you need to protect yourself from hurt, rejection, or misunderstanding. Remember, I can see beyond those walls. I see the real you, the one who longs for acceptance, purpose, and security. I want to tell you that you do not have to face this world alone. You have my promise of companionship. Lean on me as your strong fortress, your refuge from the onslaught of doubt. Let me be your shield when life's arrows fly toward you. Let me be the whisper of hope in the midst of your greatest fear. And if you ever doubt whether you are worthy of my attention, look at the love I pour out for you each and every day. The sun rises as a new opportunity. The rain falls to nurture the earth. Your lungs fill with breath. These gifts are not mere coincidences, but constant reminders of my care for you. My beloved child, I encourage you to reflect on the times in your life when you were convinced there was no way out. Times when you felt your prayers had dissolved into silence. Look closer at those moments. Can you see how, eventually, hope broke through like a ray of sunlight after a thunderstorm? Even if the outcome was not exactly what you had envisioned, there was a resolution, a lesson, or a shift that opened a path forward. That was me working in your life. I was orchestrating events, connecting you with the right people at the right time, softening hearts, even yours, so that a new horizon could appear. I am your provider. In my timing, I open doors that no one else can open. I close doors that would lead to harm or derail your destiny. I see the bigger picture of your life, the puzzle of past, present, and future, and I lovingly guide you toward all that is good and whole for you. Your heart may also be burdened by regrets, times when you feel you failed yourself or others. You may hold on to guilt or shame, fearful that these mistakes have distanced you from my love. Let me ease your fears. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not your failures, not your past, not your doubts, not your insecurities. My love is not performance-based. It is pure, unfailing, and unending. It is the kind of love that stoops down to lift up the brokenhearted. The kind of love that sets captives free from the prison of condemnation. The kind of love that never runs out, no matter how many times you need forgiveness. Let go of the chains of self-blame and take my hand of mercy. Embrace my grace, which is greater than any sin or regret. You are my child, and I have called you by name. Sometimes you need a practical reminder that I am near. If you open your eyes to the simple wonders around you, a blooming flower breaking through the concrete, a stranger's smile on a difficult day, a meaningful conversation that arrives at just the right moment, you will see my handiwork. I speak in these small blessings, these gentle reminders, to reassure you that I am actively involved in your life. Don't allow cynicism to rob you of the joy that comes from noticing my fingerprints on your everyday moments. You do not need spectacular signs to confirm my presence. My steady love is woven into the tapestry of your reality. Now let me remind you again, do not fear. Fear is a thief. It steals your peace, clouds your judgment, and distances you from the fullness of joy I intend for you. I know the grip it can have on your heart, how it can paralyze you or drive you to make choices that harm rather than heal. But do you realize that I have placed a spirit of boldness inside you? I have instilled in you a well of courage that you can draw from when life's trials emerge. I am your shield. I am the sword in your hand when you must stand up against the darkness that threatens to overshadow your hope. The more you rely on me, the more you will discover that perfect love casts out fear. My perfect love will guard your heart against the lies that say you are weak, unable, or undeserving. My perfect love dissolves the illusions that attempt to chain you to anxiety. Embrace the knowledge that you are not alone in your battles. I fight them with you and for you. There is great power in simply acknowledging me each day. Do not wait for crisis moments to remember that I am here. Share your joys, your laughter, your triumphs, and your celebrations with me too. I delight in your happiness as much as I care for you in your sorrows. When you rejoice, I rejoice with you. When you achieve a milestone, I celebrate your perseverance. When you discover new opportunities, I beam with pride over your willingness to grow and explore. I am not only the God of your darkest valleys, I am also the God of your mountaintops, the God of your daily steps, and the God who sees every tear and hears every laugh. I made your heart, and I delight in its every emotion, from exultation to lament, from excitement to concern. It's okay to question. It's okay to bring your confusion, your frustrations, and your emotional ups and downs to me. Ask, "Why is this happening, Lord?" I will not rebuke you for being honest. Open communication is the bridge that draws us closer. Just like a parent wants their child to trust them enough to share openly, I long for you to see me as your safe place. I do not want you to hide your pain behind a forced smile or conceal your fears behind a veil of false courage. True strength comes from recognizing your need for me. In your weakness, my strength is made perfect. In your doubts, my certainty becomes evident. In your searching, you will find that I am the answer you have been looking for. When the world tries to discourage you, telling you that you're not good enough or that your dreams are impossible, hold on to my words. I have given you strength, do not fear. I do not plant desires in your heart just to watch them wilt. The talents, visions, and hopes you carry inside are seeds I place there with the intention that you cultivate them. Yes, you will face obstacles, and yes, it may take time. But let me remind you, I am the Lord of time, and I am capable of turning impossible situations around. Have the patience to trust my process. A seed does not bloom the moment it is planted. It needs nurturing, sunlight, and water to break through the soil and grow strong. Your dreams are much the same. They need nurturing, perseverance, faith, and my guidance to grow into the harvest of blessings I have planned. You might compare yourself to others, feeling inadequate or behind. But remember, your journey is unique. I formed you with a distinct purpose, not to mimic another person's path, but to walk your own, guided by my hand. The more you embrace your individuality and trust the pace at which I am leading you, the more you will flourish. Be gentle with yourself. Offer yourself grace just as I lavish grace upon you. In that space of self-acceptance and hope, you will sense my presence validating your worth. Let me assure you, I have set forth angels charged to protect you. I have strategies in place to ensure your well-being. This life does come with battles, but you are not facing them unarmed. With faith as your shield and my word of promise as your sword, you are equipped to stand against discouragement, doubt, and despair. And even when your shield feels heavy or your strength seems to falter, call out to me. I will fortify you with renewed vigor. There is no shame in needing me. That is exactly why I am here. You were created to walk hand in hand with me, not to carry the weight of the world alone. Sometimes you might think that your fears are silly or insignificant, that they do not merit my attention. But if it matters to you, it matters to me. There is no detail too small in your life that I do not care about. Your tears and your triumphs are equally precious. Let this understanding create a deeper intimacy between us. I am the God who notices every sparrow that falls and numbers the hairs on your head. How much more do I attend to the needs and emotions of your heart? Let trust grow in that truth. Surrender the small worries alongside the big burdens, and watch how my grace covers them all. You might ask, how do I know you're really here, God? How do I know you truly love me? Look at the evidence of my love throughout the story of humanity. I have continually reached out. I have continually redeemed. I have never given up on my creation. And you, dear one, are a part of that grand tapestry of love. My heart beats with compassion for you, personally and specifically. My love does not waver based on your achievements or lack thereof. It is a constant, like the sure rising of the morning sun. When you breathe in each day, think of it as a fresh gift from me, an affirmation that your life is valuable. The same voice that spoke stars into existence calls you beloved. And here is my promise for you. I am at work, even if you cannot see it right now. Yes, you might still have battles to fight and mountains to climb, but do not fear. I will give you the strength you need. Each day, come to me, even for just 2 minutes. Whisper your praises, your worries, your questions, and your thankfulness. Let these moments with me become the anchor of your day. So when trials arise, your heart is already in tune with my voice. The more you do this, the more you will sense my guidance leading you down the path of peace. The more you trust in my love, the more fearless you become in the face of adversity. Lift your eyes and look beyond the problem at hand. I am the solution bringer. When you feel cornered, remember, I make a way where there seems to be no way. When you are anxious, recall that my peace transcends understanding and can guard your heart if you allow it. When you feel lonely, accept my invitation for deeper companionship. I promise that I will fill the empty spaces in your heart with my presence. I will surround you with people who reflect my love, with opportunities that speak to your purpose, and with quiet moments that soothe your soul. Let me emphasize, no matter what, I love you, and I will not abandon you. Life's storms can make you question that, but hold on to my word. My truth is not altered by your circumstances. My faithfulness remains, even if the situation seems dire. My child, do not let your heart be troubled. Trust in my ability to calm storms, whether the wind is raging around you or within you. I have calmed seas before. I can calm the storm in your mind and soul. Speak to me when you're at your limit and watch how my peace begins to settle upon you. As we come toward a moment of reflection together, do not let the message you've heard fade away once this day is done. Let these truths rest in your spirit. I am here, I am strong, I am loving, and I am for you. When fear tries to return, remind yourself, God said, "Do not fear, He has given me strength." Speak it aloud if you must. Let it echo in your heart. You may feel small, but your faith in me makes you a conqueror. You may feel unsure, but my guidance lights the path. You may feel worn, but my embrace offers rest and restoration. I have planned blessings for you that exceed your imagination. I have orchestrated connections that will bring you joy and opportunities that will unveil your capabilities. But these gifts flourish best in a heart that remains open, expectant, and trusting in my love. So cast away the shadows of doubt and let hope rise within you. The night may be dark, but dawn always comes. The dryness of the desert makes you appreciate the living streams I provide. No matter where you find yourself today, know that I am capable of turning your worst night into a brand new morning filled with promise. I speak life over you. I speak healing to your wounds, physical, emotional, and spiritual. I speak clarity over your confusion and hope over your despair. I speak courage into the places where fear once resided. I speak freedom into those chains you might still be dragging from past hurts or failures. You were created to live in my light, not in the shadows of shame or worry. Trust that my power is sufficient to lift you out of any pit and set your feet on steady ground. Think about the future. Yes, it can be intimidating. But here's my assurance: your future is secure in my hands. While you might only see the next step, I see the entire journey, and I will not lead you astray. Sometimes my path might differ from your expectations, but eventually you will recognize the beauty in my design. You'll see how my detours protected you from harm or positioned you for greater blessings. You'll realize that my no in one season was to make room for a bigger yes in another. My vantage point stretches beyond time, weaving every thread of your story into a masterpiece that reflects my glory and my love. I know that the burdens of your present can weigh you down. It might seem like the obstacles are too big, the heartbreak too fresh, or the guilt too heavy. I invite you to release them to me. Picture yourself standing at the foot of a great mountain of worries. Now see, my hand reaching out to you, guiding you to place those burdens in my grasp. Feel the relief that comes from knowing the weight is no longer solely on your shoulders. This does not mean you will never face hardship, but it does mean you never face hardship alone. In my presence, you will always find resilience, the capacity to rise again, and the assurance that my grace is sufficient for each day. If discouragement tries to creep in, remember, my promise, I am your strength and your song. Let me be the melody of hope that drowns out the noise of negativity. You may not be able to alter every circumstance instantly, but you can choose to cling to me, the rock that does not shift in the storm. You can choose to let my words sink into your heart until they become a new perspective, a new lens through which you view life. I will not fail you, dear child. I never have, and I never will. I want to remind you again, talk to me. Whether you want to do it in prayer, a journal, a quiet thought, or even a gentle sigh of relief, know that I hear you. Share the details of your day. Celebrate your victories with me and cry your tears in my arms. Let me be part of your decisions, the big and the small. When you do this, you invite my wisdom to guide your steps, preventing pitfalls you might not see. You will discover that I am never too busy or too distant. I am near to all who call on me. And my answer will always come wrapped in love, even if it challenges you to grow or take a leap of faith. Look back on your past and see how far you've come. Every lesson, every heartbreak, and every victory has shaped you. Through it all, I've been molding your character, building your strength, and teaching you compassion. Your empathy toward others grows from the trials you've faced. Your perseverance blossoms from the times you fell and chose to stand again. Your wisdom is honed through the mistakes you overcame. This is how I redeem your pain, by turning it into a catalyst for growth, empathy, and spiritual maturity. You are more resilient than you know, precisely because my spirit rests within you. I also see those moments when you feel angry or distant from me, when life's injustices make you question my goodness. In these moments, please remember that I am not the author of evil. I am the author of redemption. The brokenness you see in the world grieves my heart too, and I am actively restoring and healing creation in ways often beyond human sight. Even in chaos, my love remains a constant force for good. I invite you not to run from me in your anger, but to run toward me. Voice your grievances. Let me show you my compassion, my empathy. We can weather your storms together. Believe that your life has purpose. If you ever wonder why you were put on this earth, let me gently remind you. I created you to love and to be loved. I created you to reflect goodness, to learn and grow, and to make a positive impact on those around you. Your talents, your dreams, and even your struggles become tools in my hands. Surrender them to me, and watch how I can use them to bring hope to others, to touch lives you never imagined influencing. Like a mosaic, each fragment of your experiences can form a breathtaking picture when placed in my capable hands. Do not fear the unknown. Step into it, trusting my guidance. When doubts creep in late at night, whisper these words to yourself. I am not alone. God is with me. God has given me strength. Let it be a lullaby to your anxious thoughts, reminding them that they have no dominion over you. Let my love be your shield against negativity. Let my promises be the bedrock under your feet when the ground seems to shake. I have prepared blessings for you. Peace, joy, breakthroughs, new relationships, reconciled families, healed bodies, renewed minds. These are not idle words. I ask you to believe, to hold on to hope, and to keep your heart open. Do not let the past define you, for I make all things new, including your tomorrow. I sense your heart stirring with cautious hope. You might be thinking, God, I want to believe, but I'm scared. I've been disappointed before. Hear me now. I will never disappoint you. While people may fail, circumstances may shift, and your own expectations may fall short, my character remains steadfast. I am the anchor that holds even when storms rage. Let your faith be planted in me, not in fleeting external factors, and watch how my faithfulness reveals itself time and again, building your trust like a fortification that cannot be easily shaken. Let me draw this conversation to a gentle close by reaffirming one central truth. I always love you, and I am always standing by you, no matter what happens. You can count on that. My love is not like a passing trend or a fleeting feeling. It is the bedrock of existence, the very heartbeat of creation that calls you precious. Rest in that knowledge. Find peace there. When troubles knock on your door, open your heart to my presence. Let my peace wrap around you like a comforting blanket, warming you from within, reminding you that you do not have to navigate this life alone. My dear one, let your soul exhale all worry and inhale my assurance. As you step forward from this moment, I bless you. I bless your home, your relationships, your aspirations, and your health. I bless the secret dreams you hesitate to say out loud. I bless the wounds you carry, believing they will mend under my care. I bless the new paths that unfold in front of you, trusting that you will step with courage and humility. And I bless you with the promise that my peace will fill your heart when you invite me into every detail of your life. You are cherished, and you are never alone. Go now in my peace, dear one. Carry these words with you. Let them become a spark in your daily life, igniting hope where there was doubt, lighting the way through dark valleys, and reminding you of your priceless worth. We will speak again soon. Whenever you reach out, I am here, ready to listen, ready to guide, ready to love you through every chapter of your journey. And above all, remember this today and every day. Do not fear. I have given you strength. I am with you always.